someone will show up and show out for you every single time. There are so many blessings that are set up for us right now. We just have to lean in. Someone will show up and show out for you. There we go. Get out of here. Stop making all that noise. And there's so much gratitude in this life that we get to live. I pulled our affirmation cards for this morning, and the first one says, I breathe. I breathe deeply and fully. I take in the breath of life and I am nourished. I go within and connect with the parts of myself that knows how to heal. Hi, Skies. How are you? Welcome. And the second one says, there is no blame. I release the need to blame anyone, including myself. We are all doing the best we can with the understanding and knowledge and awareness we have. We are doing the best we can with what we got, and that's just it. The only thing that we need to do is to remember to just love on purpose. That's Sir's word. Love on purpose. I need to check in on him. Love on purpose. That's his tagline on all his stuff. Love on purpose. Let me jump into our 5 minutes of gratitude. It starts with the words practice awareness that everything is a gift. Everything is gratuitous. And if it's all given, gratuitously given, then the only appropriate response is gratefulness. Just be grateful. Just be grateful. Now fill in the 4 blanks. Something I currently have that I always wanted. Something I currently have that I always wanted. Number 2, a new door that opened for me recently. A new door that opened for me recently. Number 3, so far, what I love most about today. I seen my niece pop in here. And of course, she got the picture up of the Healing House of Roses. We are so close. So close. One simple pleasure I value. One simple pleasure I value. And the affirmation says, there is so much beauty in every minute of my life. You're not gonna never change the picture. I love that picture so much. I'm gonna have to go back and pull that memory up. That was definitely something. You walking around the streets of Atlanta with 6 feet of roses in your hair. Are you a model? Are you a model? Are you a model? Who are you? Are you a model? Who are you? Today is August the 14th. It is day 1331. Is it 31 or 32? I can't see the number. It's somewhere around there. 1330. 1330 days of intentional work, of intentional heart work, of intentional love work, of intentional intention. And so let's jump into our deep breath of life daily inspiration for heart-centered living, because we are people living from our hearts. And the words for August 14th says, for, not against. For, not against. And it says, resist not evil, but overcome evil with good. You know, good always wins over evil, and that's from Jesus Christ. It says, in a restaurant, I noticed a woman wearing a white sweatshirt with the words pornography plastered across the front in big red letters, printed in the back in tiny letters below the red ones were the words, it is not the will of God. The latter phrase was written in such small type that I had to be quite near the shirt to read pornography. However, was so easily visible from across the street. While this woman was intending to campaign against pornography, she was actually advertising it. The moment I read the huge word on her sweatshirt, images of pornography came to my mind. She would have been more effective in her campaign if she wore a shirt advertising that she wanted to create, not destroy. She might have worn a shirt with an image depicting two people embracing lovingly, or some phrase that would have reminded onlookers of healthy sexuality. The mind creates more of whatever it focuses on. For example, do not think about a pink elephant now. Whatever you do, you must not see a pink elephant in your mind. Of course, you're probably seeing a big pink elephant. The subconscious does not comprehend the meaning of not. Now, think of your favorite elementary school teacher. Remember her face, name, and why you liked her. While you were thinking of the teacher, did you see the pink elephant? Probably not. Jesus was a master metaphysician who understood thoughts create. He advised, turn the other cheek, indicating that we must not give energy to what we do not want, but rather turn and look in the direction of what we do value. When Mother Teresa was invited to speak at an anti war rally, she refused. If you asked me to speak at a pro peace rally, I would be there. I am not against anything, I am for love. I pray to create heaven on earth by focusing on your presence in all. I bless the good and let all else go. You got to let it go. Got to let it go. Can't hold on to none of it. Holding on to things only hold down the people who hold them. And sometimes that lesson is very, very tough. But it's okay. Because the one thing that I know for sure and two for certain is that when you really want to grow into the person that you want to be, ain't no room to hold on to nothing. It's so much new things unfolding. You can't hold on to the things that already occurred. Gotta just be like, enough is more than enough. Let those people go. Let those people go who harmed you. Let those people go who hurt you. It's okay. And it is not to condone what was done. It's not to say it was okay. It's to say, I'm letting that situation out of my mind and out of my heart. And the sooner you do it, the more your blessings will arise. There's so much gratitude for this life that we get to live. I think that this life is not long enough. And for some people, cut too short too soon. I was just thinking yesterday, you think about something just like the paragraph said, you think about something and you can see it. And it was my mom's birthday. And all I could see was her face and hear some of the advice that she's given me over the years. And I said, how could this be normal? This cycle of life, how could it be normalized? Not being with the people that you love so much, those people who reared you, groomed you, taught you. How is this normal life? How is this regular? And how is this the expectation that we lose our parents, our aunts, uncles, people that was with us our whole entire childhood? And that we can come to the conclusion that this is what it is. and be okay with it. And the sooner that you are okay with it, the better your life will be. Get to the part where you can remember without being sad. Get to the part where you can remember all of the good that our parents and grandparents and people that we've known that has gone on. Get to the place where you just can remember all the good stuff. Not remembering their absence, but remembering everything that they instilled in you and be okay with it. I'm okay, you okay, we okay? We're all okay. What you say, Auntie Bryn? I see your face.
I said all is okay.
All is okay. You are so right. Noreen, I seen a couple of hearts pop up. What you were saying? Y'all know this is interactive.
It's my it's actually my birthday today, and I was born on my mother's birthday,
Ah,
and she's no longer here, right? So that's what popped into my mind.
to remember the good, right?
Remember the good, because actually I dedicated a book to her a few years ago.
Of course, you dedicated a book a few years ago. You got 1,700 books. Happy birthday, Noreen. Happy birthday, Noreen. Happy birthday, Noreen. Happy
Thank
birthday,
you.
happy birthday, Noreen. Shanette, you going to do the dance?
We
There's
got
so
we got a lot of Leo. Noreen, happy birthday, girl. Happy birthday.
yes. Alan got the birthday celebrations go up. What you say, Sherry?
I said we have a lot of Leos in here.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you a Leo, put a one in the chat. Where y'all at? Stand up.
Yeah, baby, all the Leos is in the building. Yeah.
My
Was
mother,
Gwen on the call yesterday?
who was?
Was Gwen on the call yesterday?
Yes, she was.
Oh, okay. Because
It was
I
her
left my
birthday.
phone. Yeah, it was her birthday. I left my phone home. So,
Oh,
yeah, by mistake.
no problem, no problem, no problem. You know, one of my friends, and y'all met Shamar. He, I got a chance to talk to him, I guess last week, and he said, I finally got a phone. Who is living without a phone? He said, oh, I just did it the way we did it when we was growing up. I catch you when I get home to my landline. I don't need no phone. Hey, people need a phone. People need me to have a phone so people can call me, but I don't need a phone. I catch you when I get back home. And
That part, that part.
yes, he has been living that way for like the last 3 years. No cell phone. No cell phone. And forgets it often, he said. He said, man, I'm not doing none of that stuff. It's amazing to me, but I can see it. You get used to it. And even sometimes with my phone, I'll say things like, let me turn off all my notifications for apps like social media and all that. Let me turn all the notifications off so I can stay focused on what it is that I'm doing and really block out the time to do the things that need to be done. So there's so much gratitude. Your dad finally got. Listen, I remember when my dad was alive. First of all, my dad had. I don't even know what kind of phone it was. It might have been a flip phone for a long time. And then he was like, I want a phone that I could see pictures of my kids on. So him and my mom go to the store to get him a phone. And the first thing he did was call me. Hey, I got a smartphone. My phone not dumb no more. He said, send me a picture so I can put it with your phone. Listen, it was so crazy. I'm like, he said, my phone, I still got the message that he left me. He said, send me a picture so I can see your beautiful face when you call me because I got a smartphone. My phone not dumb no more. And then he was like, send me a picture of Vontae, my oldest daughter, my stepdaughter, tell my son, see if you could find one with her smiling. Oldest daughter was definitely very limited on the smiles, for sure. But it just brings to mind to me so much joy, so much friend. You got a friend that uses his what now, Noreen? Hold on, Noreen saying something about friend.
I don't like to use the word cell, so I use mobile.
Ah,
Um, so he uses his mobile as a phone only. So all his transactions, everything else he does on the computer. So he uses his phone like his mobile phone like a house phone.
ah. You can't even get a landline anymore. If you didn't have a landline that you kept, and a lot of them they can't even service them anymore. The landlines have been removed. You're now for to have a landline, it is connected. The phone line is connected to um your router from whoever provides your internet service.
I was gonna say your cable bill.
Uh-huh, your cable. Yep, it's connected. It's no longer like plugged in the wall of a house. You no longer remember the time we used to have to get a technician to come to your house to run your telephone lines, and the telephone lines would be running along the house, from the little box to the little box, and then you would put a phone there and a phone there. Listen, they talk about this generation of kids and then the next generation to come. They will never know a world without a smartphone. They will never know a world where there was analog, where there was not 700 channels on they will never know cable the way we knew cable. You would get your cable channel and you would get 300 channels and you would sit there the first day flicking the channels. Now everything is a streaming of an app, and every app is a different price. Now,
Darlena, I was telling my daughter about the TV going off at night the other day. Girl, she was so intrigued. She was like, "For real, mama?" I was like, "Girl, at midnight that TV
went
go, and
on.
sometimes at 11 o'clock." I
Yes.
said, "You go here to Star Spangled Banner,
Yep.
and the flag gonna fly for a few seconds, and next thing you got is fuzz." I said, "The TV didn't stay on like that." I said, "Girl, we couldn't
Oh,
we couldn't do that. We went to bed."
we went, and isn't that a smart thing to do? Isn't that smart to do for society?
Yes, to make us lay down. Like
Mhm.
I'm like,
Turn
we
off
really need
your
to
brain. Yes.
unplug,
Turn your brain off.
unplug.
Go ahead, Alan. Alan, you got your hand raised. Go ahead, say
They
it.
will never know what a phone booth is.
No, they will never know what a phone booth is. Oh my God. I remember the phone was 10 cents. And I remember how upset I got when the phone started costing a quarter.
Girl, my grandma always told us to keep a when we was little, it was a
A
dime and a
dime.
quarter.
A
Yeah,
She
keep a
said
dime.
keep a
dime.
dime and a quarter in your pocket
So
Yep.
you could
because
call
so
home.
you'll be able to call home if something happened. Because Darlena, I rode the city bus when I was in kindergarten. The city bus. I'm talking about. I would walk. My school was close to my church, so I would walk down the hill with my friends to the city. Me and my friend, I remember his name, Tretonio Bonner. Me and Tony would walk to the bus stop together. My pastor would come out after school and stand on her porch and watch to make sure that we got on the bus. And I rode the bus to the projects, to my grandma's house after school. My grandma was daycare.
Do
Like
you
that was,
remember? Do you remember when you could roll your car up to a phone booth and we thought we was doing something because now
girl,
you ain't got to
yes.
get out your
Ooh,
car. You could just roll it
fancy.
up. and reach out the car window and put your money in and do it. They will never
That's a
know
girl.
it.
They would never
Oh,
know it.
you got to understand about party lines. I
Oh
was
yeah.
in the country and everybody almost in the town was on one line.
I
You had
remember
your
that
own
too.
ring.
Mm.
Ring, 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 ring. That was your own. And I was the only black family with all foreign families. And they would always talk in their language. So you couldn't ever, but they'd all pick up when I got a phone call because they all could eavesdrop on, especially if I had a boyfriend. So they'd all, my boyfriend would call me and you hear everybody click, 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 click.
I
The
remember the
way that
first
we created a party line, Darlena, was everybody in the neighborhood will pick up. They don't, children will never know the dial tone. That's what I. The dial tone ran out right, and at the end, after it's kept, after it stopped making that
yeah.
noise, everybody in the neighborhood will be on the phone, and we all talk to each other on the phone.
Man, listen, we have to, I'm gonna see if I can find that video. There was a video of these kids who were trying to dial a rotary phone and they couldn't figure out how to work it.
They didn't know about a rotary phone. No.
They was like, "Can you text on it?" And the funny thing, when we moved into the house in 2020 on 15th Street in Philly, there was a rotary phone on the wall, and it was working. And my granddaughter was like, "What is that?"
What is it?
I said, "It's a phone." And then I said, "Call your mom." And she said, "Mom, this is ridiculous. How do I call my mom?" And I'm like, "You got to put the numbers in." She was like, "Put the numbers in." I just pressed her phone number. I'm like, "You don't know your mom's phone number?"
No, that's part
She was
of it.
like,
You don't know
"No,
numbers
I
anymore.
don't know my mom's phone number. I just press
Push
her
the.
name."
Mhm.
Right?
Yeah.
We laughed for, I don't even know, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, watching her trying to figure out how to dial. And then, a rotary phone, if you dial and you don't get the next number in fast enough, you got to start all over.
Start over. Yeah.
And you got to put the area code in because before we didn't have to. We had
You didn't have
BA,
area codes. Every
92427, VI6, all these numbers that talked about where you from, what area that is. I still remember my parents' phone number, 457-3104. And then they added 215 later. But
Mhm.
it was definitely that. Like these kids will never, ever, ever, ever know.
Well, let me tell you the disappointing part is watching an 18-month-old baby trying to make the page of a book move with her finger because she'd never seen a book. She only knew how to mess with her mother's phone.
Mhm.
And I have a campaign. Reading is fundamental. We got to put the fun back into the reading because these kids need to have books. I've given
Absolutely.
books that could float around in the bathtub with the rubber ducky. That's how
Yep.
early I was giving books out.
Absolutely. Same. I remember sponging the books off because they were squeezy and plastic. And you could put them in the water. Now, mind you, they might have been full of PFAs and BPAs back then because we ain't know no better. We ain't know no better, but we definitely had them. We definitely had. Yes, phones are truly babysitting our children today. And let me just, since that came up, let me tell you how bad that is for your child. First of all, let me tell you how bad Miss Rachel, Coco Melon, those shows seem to help the kids, but there's studies that shows that those kids are diminishing brain power of children. It's something that's happening with too many colors, too many lights, something like that. So y'all gonna have to go back to Sesame Street. Y'all gonna have to go back to Reading Rainbow. Y'all gonna have to go back to Mr. Rogers and the electric company. Those they out there. Everybody got them. These shows that the kids, they hear the sound for Coco Melon and the kids stop. They hear Miss Rachel say, "Hey," and they stop. It is amazing. Like, I thought it was a good thing until I heard the story. Until I heard,
All 50 episodes of Sesame Street is on HBO Max or Max or whatever it's called.
hmm
I found it when I was home on vacation. My daughter said, "Mama, all of Sesame Street is on this thing, and you can stream it." Because I wanted to go back, and I literally went all the way back
way back.
to the very first episode to see the. I was talking to Dr. Loretta about it. That
Yes,
it was two different men that played her husband,
yes.
and I was like, I just started watching it and playing it for my grandson
hmm
because and thankfully my daughter, we have daughters that's like Baby Rose,
hmm
and those daughters, they are aware. She limits his time with his tablet, and she limits his time when he gets to acting too possessive and cranky. She pulls him out. I have to show y'all this video. He has a piano, girl. My grandbaby sat down at the piano yesterday, Darlena, and made his own music. And he was singing Kendrick Lamar's song, "Turn the TV Off." So he sat down and started playing the song. And he played the music and he said, "Mustard."
Oh my goodness.
He actually played his own little version of the
Well,
song on the piano.
turn the
Instead,
TV off. He said she
instead,
making me turn the TV off, so let me make my own song about turning the TV off.
girl, he got up and clapped at the end, Darlene. I gotta see the video. Okay. It is hilarious.
It gives me that little boy Miles, who is I think he 8 now, but when he was like 6, he had a viral video of him creating songs, and he's now probably about 8 years old. Has worked with some of the top producers. Will I Am, I think, had him come. T Pain had him come. He is a little boy, but he is truly a genius. I watched him put together a song, um, the Rain song by SWV. He put that whole song together with his own music. He got a little sister, and she plays some of the stuff, and then he'll have her make noises, and then he add the noises, he add all of the stuff. He is a full-fledged producer at 8 years old. Any song. And somebody said his voice is the perfect pitch, and he really does. His voice, he just sings. And so his parents, they said this is something that he woke up one day and started doing. The father had a guitar or something, and he started playing the guitar. And then when they put him up on social media, now all these people sent him instruments, they sent him the producing equipment, like all the stuff. The parents, like, we didn't have to do really anything but share it. So I'll find one of his videos and share it with you, with him. So yeah, like, we really are on to something amazingly big. Every day that we get to come here, somebody asked me just yesterday, so you on that call every day? I said, yeah. He said, well, what about when you go on vacation? I said, funny you should say that. I just went on vacation. And we still did the call every day. The calling on your life is one that cannot be ignored even when you try to. I sometimes I tell myself I'm asleep in. It don't work. This call is now a part of my DNA. Doesn't matter where in the world I am, no matter what time zone, we gonna be here. If we not in the social spaces, you will catch us in the Zoom space. The Zoom space has been up all the days. None of the days have been missed. But since I see my niece here, I haven't seen her here in a long time. I'm just going to ask her how she doing and what she got going on. Hi, niece. Can you talk?
Oh yeah, I can. My baby's still sleeping.
Oh, good.
I've been good. I've been good. I just now started getting. I got a new job. I work at Marriott now.
Oh,
It's good because I work 7 to 3.
oh, that's it.
So exactly, I still got the rest of the day to work on my actual life.
Right. We do have an actual life, don't we?
Exactly. No, but everything really has been really, really good. So I moved into my new place in April, and it was just so crazy because it was like bill, and I just wanted my own place with my daughter. So it was just back to back to back bills, and I was so proud of myself because every month I paid my rent, whether it was late or super late. It was still paid. And then August, in July, when I paid my rent late, I told the landlord, I said, you know what? August is gonna be better. And I didn't even know if it was really gonna be better or not. I was just saying something nice. And then come to find out in August, I actually paid my rent on time.
So proud of you. Oh my
Yes, like
goodness.
everything is getting so stable for me. It's really, really good. Cause after I had my daughter and I was like figuring everything out, I felt rootless for like a long time. But everything is feeling so stable. And then out of nowhere, actually, like I've been saying, like, I can't wait to get back into modeling after having my daughter and everything. I just got invited to 3 different shows for New York Fashion Week. And this is my first time going in 2 years. Like it has been 2 years since I've been. I said, good, my life is coming together. It's back now.
The funny thing about that is my clothing line will debut in the next New York Fashion Week. So
Oh, it's
maybe
such a
maybe,
beautiful week.
maybe that's a fourth fashion show for you.
I hope so. It has been so, so nice because I'm like, this is not my life. Like,
Or
not my life.
I think we had that conversation just the other day when I was out with one of the realtors looking at a place and then talking to the guy who's putting together all of my stuff. I'm like, the stuff that I'm doing now is not my life. It is not my life of choice. It is not the life that I want to live. The life I want to live is at the Healing House of Roses,
Hmm.
doing the work that I do that makes my heart happy. And if I'm not doing the work that makes my heart happy, my heart is upset.
Yeah.
Like I feel so out of my element. And what I explained to him is like it's been 2 years since I've been in a place where I can invite people to.
Mm.
And that's the part that's hard. When I see people going through things, I can't do anything about it. I can't invite them. I can't say come for a meal. I can't do that. And until I get where I need to be, I'm just like a fish out of water.
Yeah, I get that. But yeah,
Yeah.
I've been really good. I am no longer a surviving single mother. I am really feeling like I'm a thriving single mom. Like I do it.
Yes, come on, I do it. So proud to hear that. So proud to hear that.
Thank you.
Life will continue to. Lona Carey put him in there. Yes, Miles Boham. Y'all go follow this little boy and see his genius. But I am a proud of you, Elena Marie, finding your way. We all do. We all find ourselves in tough positions, but it's just like Dr. Tawana asked me, tell me about a time when you were going through something and you didn't think that you were going to get through. And then before I could start saying it, she said, no, 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 not that time. And then I said, okay, and your mind will click and it'll keep taking you back to all of the time. And she said it about 3 or 4 times. And then she said, don't you get it? You always come through. And you always will. As long as you have breath, you will figure it out. When I think about bankruptcy and foreclosure, losing my car, losing my house, I'm thinking to myself, what a blessing those things were, but they didn't feel like it at the time. But I now know had I still had that house, I wouldn't be where I am now. I wouldn't be creating what I'm creating now. So don't take whatever it is that you're experiencing, any of us, as for nothing or for not. because it is absolutely a gentle nudging. God is directing your path by removing this and adding that and moving that and adding that and bringing this person and releasing that person. And as he's doing that, you're being pushed in the way that you need to go. And as long as you flow, you'll find yourself right where you're supposed to be. Go ahead, Bridget.
Look, I raised my hand properly this time. But listen, you know what? I was laying here this morning and my son called me yesterday. They always call me after, they've done something that they they changed trajectories, and then they call mama to see what I think about it. And he was living in an apartment. I told him he was living real premium girl, premium living. I'm talking about $1,600 a month for a 1 bedroom,
Oh yeah, that's premium.
premium living, and he did it. And when it was time for him to re-sign his lease, he really didn't want to do it, but he did it anyway because of fear. And he told me yesterday, he was like, "Well, Mama, I went on and moved out, and I'm over to Bree house. Bree is my baby girl. They
Mhm.
live in the same city. They can live together. They just fight each other too much. So they was afraid to live together. But now he's back in the truck. So he's not home. So he can live with her and help her, and he be gone because they not gonna be there together."
Yes.
And I said, so I told him my point in saying that is to I love your niece. She's beautiful. That's your twin. And Marie is my middle name. I like that too, Elena Marie. And just to encourage them to know life is going to take you on a lot of changes and a lot of, maybe the roller coaster, the merry-go-round. We have been on all of those things. Those of us who are a little more seasoned, we got the flavor of life. And to encourage you to keep going, baby. I don't care if you got to pay your rent on the 30th, baby, keep going. I'm so proud of you. You are beautiful. I know you're going to do great things. To you, Darlena, we just going to have to go rent a beautiful Airbnb and let you get the feeling in your soul of have inviting us all over, honey. It's where there's a will, there's a way. I was
Absolutely.
telling my son, I said, son, don't feel bad about moving out your apartment. When I was your age, it wasn't no Airbnb. It wasn't no Uber. It wasn't no none. These opportunities are out here for us to not feel bad. The enemy wants us to beat ourselves up. That's the whole thing. It's a war against your mind and your spirit. But if you could keep your spirit and your mind intact to say, hey, listen, I don't care what the world's. I think about your friend Christopher. I see him on Facebook. Ain't no telling where he gonna be at, baby. When you look, like I follow him because I love it.
Yes.
Because he living free. You know what I'm saying? He is living. That man will be anywhere, child. I don't just wherever he pop up, he will pop up, and he has joy in his heart. You know
Yes.
what I'm saying? To 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 know that nobody can put you in a box and say, here, you do it like this. And this is the only way you can do it. And you're only successful if you do it this way. The devil is a lie.
Yes.
Okay. And be happy and just be joyous
Yes.
and find something, the understand. I told my son, I said, listen, son, you not on the street. You in a house. My daughter got a 2 bedroom, 2 bathroom. You got your own bathroom over there. She got her own bathroom. Be grateful for where you are. You not on the street. You got a car outside, and you back driving trucks. So you have a lot to thank God for. No
Yes.
matter what, being able to pivot and stay grateful in the pivot is a blessing.
Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. I am just grateful for the blessing of seeing you today. And I'm thankful for the memory lane walk. Um, Truly, we have so much to be thankful and grateful for. Dr. Loretta, go ahead and share your thought, and then do our blessing for today.
Bridget used the word pivot. It came to me in a meditation. Your power is in your willingness to pivot. See, a lot of what happens to us about being unhappy is because we are unwilling to do what the Father is telling us to do. We create our own trauma, our own unhappiness. And people who have been around me for a while, what do I say, Darlena? Tell yourself, finish it, a better story. So it's all about what you're telling yourself and the power of positive self talk. You know, you wouldn't have a good friend that talked to you as badly as you talk to yourself. Oh, you're so dumb. There you did it again. Well, you know, tell yourself a better story. And that word pivot, your willingness to. See, the whole trick is just go on and be willing.
You will.
And then that takes all that onus off of it. All right, come on, y'all. I'm blessed going in.
I'm blessed going in.
I'm blessed coming out.
I'm blessed coming out.
I'm blessed in the city.
I'm blessed in the
I'm
city.
blessed in the field.
I'm blessed in the field.
I am always in the right place at the right time
Always in the right place at the right time.
with the right people,
With the right people.
doing the right thing
Doing the right thing.
for the right reasons.
For the right reason.
And everything is in divine order.
And everything is in divine order.
As Jabez says, bless us indeed.
As Jabez says, bless us indeed.
Expand our territory.
Expand our territory.
Extend an open hand of favor to us.
Extend an open hand of favor to us.
That we may do no harm.
That we may do no harm.
And we let go and let God.
And we let go and let God.
Then go with the flow.
Go with the flow.
And let the blessings and the money roll in.
And let the blessings and the money roll in.
From the north, south, east, and west.
From the north, south, east, and west.
From above and beneath.
From above and beneath.
From known and unknown sources.
From known and unknown sources.
Tell us about the money, Darlena.
We have supernatural unlimited money, sowing supernatural unlimited seeds.
And we live and give out of God's overabundance, so we never run out.
Never run out.
We always have more than enough.
Yes.
More than enough to do anything our heart desires.
Yes.
More than enough to do anything God puts on our heart to do for others.
Yes.
We have money to spend, money to lend, and money to keep.
Yes, we do.
From our, where's the bank, Bridget?
Heaven.
And guess what? We're the branches. We're heaven's branch banks. Okay. Go be heavenly, y'all.
So grateful. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Have an amazing day on purpose. I'll see you tomorrow, same time, same station. Bye for now.
Amen.